So let's update this title to a site plan, and let's update this to sheet A2. There you go. Now we're ready to do our elevation. So for the elevation, we're just going to project down. So we want to be in the north or south elevation. So AES, we'll start with any of this because we're just going to do projection line. So maybe a ground or a wall. Yeah, wall will be, I think, the best option. Okay, so we start with the line command and we'll start with the overhang. So we project down and this should be bilayer. Okay, so change that to bilayer. It's important to change the layer and make sure the color is correct so that we can, number one, identify which one goes to the wall, which one goes to the roof, okay, or the furniture. Okay, and then we copy this from here to there, and then we'll do the end of the wall here for the opening, the window frame, and then the opening. And then we'll do this one here. Make sure you zoom in, and then the overhang. Okay. And then for this one, yeah, I can already change this to maybe not that, maybe just this. I don't need to now because it's easy to identify the lines, but if I want to, I can say this is AES window. Okay, there you go. And that's for the wall. And then I can go down and select my ground, AE South ground, and start my ground line. So line, maybe somewhere here. And then look at my drawing and ask what is the height. So I can offset that by 3,000 in this case. So offset by 3,000. Oops. Okay, so 3,000 is the bottom of the wall there. And in between will be my fascia. So my fascia, there's no amount given. So I'll just say 300. So offset by 150 on each side. So oops, offset by 150 here and there. Okay. So just double check, making sure we made it correctly. So that should be, yeah, see, I thought I hit the wrong option. So the 3,000 is, I think, here. Yeah, okay. So then I should offset this by 150 up. Okay, and then I can delete this. Okay, so my roof starts here, so I can create a line from here to there, or I can just trim. Okay, so let's trim first. Trim, okay, trim that. And then I can, let's look at our image. So we're doing the south. So there's that 45 degree. I forgot to extend this apex point. So copy, need to project that from here to that point. So we'll be needing that. And this one as well. Okay, and that one as well. So I need the roof where it meets our slope. Okay, so from here, I do have I might want to change the color of this and that and this. So they should belong to the roof now. So uh, roof, okay. Okay, so the roof and the wall colors are the same. So, but nothing much to remember. If that's the case, I might change it to a different color. So it's in the roof layer, but a different color. Okay, then it says here, my slope, it doesn't tell us the slope, right? So for this one, I'll just make it, again, any information not provided, you provide, okay? That makes it unique. But for this one, I'll just make it, let's say 29 degrees. In the exam, you will be given degrees, not a pitch, okay? So how do you do that? 29 degrees, you just say from here, whatever distance. So let's just say at 4,000, okay, and say 29 degrees. Enter. Okay, so that's 29 degrees. Okay, so because the polar tracking allows us to do increments of 15 or 5 is the lowest, but not 29 degrees. So if you're given 29 point, point 1 degrees, then you have to use that technique. Okay, so that's our first slope, and then it meets at that apex right there. Okay, which is this one here. So I can trim this, okay, and then I can mirror this. Mirror, MI. So I don't have to do the 29 degrees again. And then it stops there. So I can create a line from here to somewhere here. And then there's that slope that will end here. So it should be the same slope or angles. I can copy this there. And then I can trim this, trim, and trim those. Okay, so that's my roof, and I think it looks something like this. I need to trim that part. So trim, I can trim this part and just erase those residues. Okay. Oops, not that. Erase those. Okay. Now from here, now that I have my roof, I can change all of this to the roof layer. So select that. It's a lot easier to do it while you are able to select it more easily. Okay, so AES roof. Okay, and then I can delete this. And then I can trim this. Okay, trim that. Trim this. Actually, I can trim this. And I can trim those. Okay. And I don't need this. I don't need that. There you go. And then for the height of the height of the door is, uh, sorry, this is a window. So let's just say 3 feet from the ground. So offset by 3 feet. Oops, offset by 3 feet. What is it doing? Offset by three, oh, not feet. Sorry. What am I saying? So 3 feet is 600. Oops, not 600. What's the size of this? Did I make a mistake? So that's 3,000. So 3,000 up to the middle. So offset by 300 only. Okay. No. Uh, yeah. 600, offset by 600. I think I was doing 6,000 earlier. Okay, there you go. And then offset by another 600. Okay, so let's just say that's where my window is. Maybe my building is too tall, but that's okay. And then I'll offset that by, so maybe change this to the window layer. AES win. There you go. And then I can offset this by uh, the size of this. Okay, so I'll click those 2.50 and offset that, I think down. Okay, down. And then trim. Okay, and then trim this, trim that, trim this, and trim that. And then change the inner frame to green to give that pop. Okay, so this here shouldn't be there, so I can erase those, delete, and then I can also erase all of this, delete. Oops, undo. I need to trim that first. Okay, and then I can erase. There you go. And then I can add my hatch here, H, at a 90-degree angle, enter, and then place that there. Okay, and then make sure to trim this excess line. Okay, so anytime you have colors that are about the same, they are going to be really flat. Okay, so sometimes I like to change this to magenta. Okay, and you don't have to really do it during the exam because you're time pressed, right? But uh, just a force of habit. Okay, that should be enough. And then I can do the other side, right? So this side or that side. So it says here I can do either the north or west or south and east. Okay, so I'll do the east because I did the south. I'll create a line, 45-degree angle line here. I don't really need to, just a way of viewing it. I'm going to create a mirror of this. Okay, from there to somewhere here. Okay, uh, and again, if you project this from here to there, that aligns to that building, right? Uh, so that's your projection. Now this one, we do have a door. So what I need to do is check my nav cube. So nav cube, make sure it is on, and then I can rotate this. Now, if the nav cube is not working, you can always use the UCS, right? This one here, align it to the west or east, and then say plan current UCS. Current UCS view will be X going to the right, so it will orient this way if the nav cube is not visible. Now from here, I can go to my AE, AEE, AEE wall. So AEE wall, and then uh, project this down. So that, see, notice how it already aligns. What I really am interested in here is the door, and I don't need a frame, so I can delete that. What I do not have and need to project will be this apex for the roof, my wall, and then frame, and then the frame, and the door opening, and then this one here, the wall right there, and the overhang. That one is, this one here is already, oh, not yet. So I need to project this, zoom in, so you know you're clicking the right endpoints, okay? So this roof ends here, okay? So I need to erase this, erase my hatch, modify it a little bit, okay? Trim extend. And from here, now trim this, okay? And mirror this, okay? So because, yeah, this one should go that way. So my mirror line will be my projection line, which is this one here, okay? Which is right there, okay? Makes sense, okay? So I'm going to mirror this here to there, okay? Now this one, the roof will end right there. So I need to extend that or copy this, make a projection from that point. Okay, I need that point. And that point is this line right here. Okay, so it makes sense. This should have a similar slope or the same slope, and it should meet our uh, roof edge right there. Okay, so this one. So I'm just going to copy this from here to there. Okay, and something might be wrong. Is it from here to there? Yep. Hmm. Interesting. Okay, that's the wall right here. So this is the wall. Okay, so let's trim that. Okay, so my roof should go, nope, it shouldn't go up to there. It should, let's see. I think that's a lower roof. So it's the same slope, but this should actually start from here to there. Okay, how come they don't meet? Ah, this is a higher roof. Let's see. Yeah, it's a higher roof. Yeah, there it is. It's higher. That's why. Okay. So it shouldn't end there. It should be higher. So it goes up to this line right there. So trim, hold down the shift key. There it is. Okay. And this one will be higher as well. Goes up to that point to meet that line. So I want to create a line right here, somewhere there, and then fill it, radius 0. So they, oops, no, not like that. Undo, fill it, radius 0. So here and there. Okay, there you go. And then I can, so this one is a mistake. So that's how the roof will look like. Okay, and then I can trim this, yeah, trim that, trim this. Okay, this is the door. I can trim this, can trim that. Okay, this one, yeah, that's the door. This one I don't need. I can trim that. And then I can start erasing. So E, erase this, erase that. And I should be able to erase this one here, or trim. I just need to trim that and then trim this part here. Okay, and then trim this and then trim that. Okay, then I can trim this. Okay, and then erase this. There you go. Okay. And then for the door, offset this by 2100. 2100 is the standard. And then offset that by 50. Oops, 50. Say up, then trim, 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 trim that. Okay, and then trim this, trim this. Okay, and then this should belong to the door layer. So everything should be in the proper layer. So AEE, AEE door, uh, AEE door. Okay, and then I'd like to change this to green, and then I can erase this. Oops. Okay, erase that. Okay, and add the hatch. Okay, add the hatch. So I should be in the AEE hatch. AEE hatch. Okay, and then hatch. This and that are the same. And then if you want to, if you are wanting to align those hatch pattern, then you can say set origin to here. There you go, enter. Okay, there you go. So you have two elevations. And for the elevation, you don't want the elevation to show here. So you want to BP freeze your AE. That's where filter will help. Okay, so AEE. So all this AEE should be turned off. So AE door, AE ground, AE hatch, okay, should not be turned on here. I have to be, sorry, I have to be in model space so I can turn them off or BP freeze. Okay, so AEE, uh, AEE, yep, this one here, that one, that one, that one, and win door. Oops, that's an AEN. Okay, they're not in the proper layer yet. Okay, so let's see. So this should be in the AEE roof, AEE roof. There you go. But not this. This should be in the contour. Okay. So AEE roof, they should be in the AEE wall. There you go. And let's see. Let's go to our site plan. Okay, there you go. Now, I wonder which, okay, this is AES. So let's go AEE ground. Oops, no, AEE ground. There you go. And this one here, I'm just going to place this in the AEE wall. So my site plan layout is fixed. So now I can copy this to and change that to elevation plan or view. elevation view, make that all caps, elevation view. Okay, and then double click inside, maybe lock this first, uh, lock that, okay, uh, double click, lock that, and then here, I can now change this. So I need to unfreeze, okay, the AE layers. So, oops, not the wall, pin, not that one. AEE door. Here you go. AEE, AEE, AEE. Oops. Okay. Uh, so I have here my south elevation. So I'm going to use 1 to 50 here. So I think I can fit my other elevation here. So I need to move this lower. Okay. And then I need to create a couple of viewports. So I'll place this somewhere here and then add or set this at 1 to 50. It should be somewhere here. So maybe make this a little higher. Okay, there you go. And then add another viewport. So MV, add another viewport, specify corner. Is my endpoint not on? Yeah, it is. MB, it's not selecting that endpoint anyway. So maybe somewhere here. Okay. And then to rotate this, well, first maybe I can move it. So move all of this. Okay, move all of those from here to maybe somewhere here. Oops. I can move that line from endpoint to endpoint. Okay, and then I can say rotate this. Okay, there you go. Rotate this. Align to our building and say plan current UCS. See, I have the view cube, but I wanted to show this technique as well. So current UCS, there you go. And then scale this to scale 1 to 50. Okay. And then maybe align them a little bit. Maybe center align. Okay. And so what I can do is I can place this in a different layer. So one that I can freeze. So maybe I'll place it in layer 0 and then freeze that. Okay. But before I freeze that, let me make a rectangle. So a regular rectangle. For some reason, I'm not able to select the endpoints. That's actually weird. Might be a bug. So, I'm in a layer that's frozen. That's why. So let me just select a title block layer, which I do not have. I'm just going to use one of this. Title. Oh, there it is. Title block. Okay. There it is. Okay. I was in a layer that is frozen. So a regular rectangle from here to somewhere there. Okay, I'll just eyeball that. And then I can freeze the viewport. Okay, so I can place that here and freeze that. Okay, so it appears like it's a, one viewport, but actually there are two viewports. Okay, one for that elevation and another for the south elevation. So I can change this to south elevation, elevation scale is 1 to 50. So this will be drawing number 2. Okay. Oh, let's see. Yeah, drawing number 2. But before we do that, copy it since one is already there. So copy, before I copy that, let me move this scale to the edge. Okay, and then copy it from here to there. Okay, so this will be my east elevation. Okay, and make that shorter and move this. Okay, and then south elevation is okay, but the number should be drawing number 2. Okay, and this will be sheet number 3. Scale 1 to 50. This one should be scale 1 to, uh, this one is scale 1 to 100. So don't forget to change this as well. 1 to 100. Okay. So we have our site plan. We have our elevation. The only thing that we need to add here will be the datum marker and the elevation height. Otherwise, yeah, that looks good. So that's our elevation drawings.